My name is Jasmine. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I'm going to school right now.
I'm Luisa. I'm from Orlando, Florida too, and I'm an upcoming freshman in college.
I want to say I love you to my mom because she's done so much to me to support me throughout school, especially as being an immigrant here and not knowing how like stuff really works in the U.S. a lot, especially educationally wise. Like she's really supported me through everything.
And I want to also say my mom because of just her personality and way of not ever judging me and just allowing me to blossom at my own pace and supporting me even though she doesn't always say it, just supporting me every step of the way.
Like as I was growing up, my mom is very religious. Like she's very religious, and I mean I am too. Like I believe in my faith and everything, but I just wanna experience everything, and I feel like us from like clashing heads around stuff like that has really kind of held me back from saying it more. But I don't let it now. Like I understand our differences, and like I know that I don't have to believe everything she believes. Like I can have my own views, but I also do like keep like her thoughts in mind like when I do stuff, because I also don't want to stray too far from my own beliefs that I also follow.
It's so beautiful.
Oh,
That literally almost made me cry. For my mom, I think it comes down to our personalities being pretty much complete opposites, and you wouldn't think that we would be friends if we weren't mother and daughter. Sometimes I feel that way, but I forget to just look at her and be like, every action you do for me is so meaningful, and I'm sorry. And it like, she really just loves me. Like, there's no other emotion that she has towards me. Even when she's mad at me, it's love. That's all it is. No bond in the world, ever. I don't care if it's like your true love. No bond will ever be stronger than a mother and her eldest daughter. That is the strongest love, and it's so intense and passionate and inherently feminine that it's unspeakable. Like, it's the strongest bond, and I'm sure you agree.
Yeah.
Like, because you also have a younger sister like me, and like it feels like two mothers actually. Especially when you have a young person in the family too. It's a very powerful thing.
I don't want to cry.
Okay, I ugly cried. Like, I'm
No,
not
I'm
putting
literally
when
about to
I cry.
ugly cry. Okay.
Do it.
I love you, Mom, because just as you've done for me and my sister, you supported us in thick and thin. I want you to know that I'm always here to support you too in all of your dreams and aspirations like you have for me. And that I just want to say I love you because I don't say it as much as I should.
Mom, I love you, and you deserve to hear that because you're a person that doesn't really expect anything back when you give someone all your love and you give someone all your time. You don't expect anything back because you're that much of a good person with love at their core, and you always give, but I feel like you need to receive the knowing that I love you, like, with all my heart, and there's never been a moment or will be a moment that I won't love you. Mom, I'm gonna show you that I love you more just by following your advice more and taking it to heart more, not just brushing it off and thinking that's just what mothers say. I'm gonna really take it to heart because you have your sensitive emotional side and I have that in me too. So I feel like if I take your advice, even though I might not like it at first or might not seem to like it, it's really gonna do me good in the long run. And that's how I would say I love you, just by allowing you to help me.
Mom, I'm gonna let you know that I love you more by always just keeping you in mind. Like, even though I find it annoying how you'll preach to me or just like put what you like want me to keep in mind in my face all the time, and you just keep on putting it in my head, I'm actually gonna take it in and pull what I feel like not what I feel, but I'll just pull when I need to the words of encouragement and just the pieces of advice and use them as I need to. So you'll always be with me and always be in my mind and my thoughts.
These two are absolutely soulmates with their mothers. I really appreciated Luisa's description of a mother's bond with her eldest daughter, and just how unique that is. It's clear that both Jasmine and Luisa are their own women, but they're proudly shaped and modeled after their mothers. As of the date of this video, Mother's Day is only 8 days from now. If you're watching this, consider Jasmine and Luisa's bonds with their mothers. Consider how they both describe their differences as well as their congruencies. They have a fierce connection as mothers and daughters, and at times they can agree and disagree with the same amount of fire and conviction. Luisa described her relationship with her mother as the eldest daughter in terms of two mothers in the same house. It's interesting because in many ways that's exactly what is really going on. Her mother has borne her, raised her, and guided her, but she was never really raising a child, but rather the adult and mother she may eventually become. At some point in our lives, we experience the ironic occurrence of hearing our own mother's words stream directly out of our mouths. It's a surreal experience, but brings to light the profound realization that our mothers are truly a part of our beings, ever present in our hearts and our minds, as it should be. We take on some of their attributes and convictions, even judging others in the same way our mothers have. It's neither good nor bad, but simply the nature of growing up as an apprentice for the eventual role of an adult. Our parents leave a lasting impression on us, and that's particularly why it's important for them to be mindful of how they conduct themselves, both in public and in private. Your children will expose you, for better or for worse. No pressure. Both Jasmine and Luisa describe the ways in which they connect with their mothers, and it seemed almost as though their mothers were raising themselves. The extent to which they drove their principles and ideals seemed indicative of a desire to correct their own mishaps and mistakes by creating guardrails to make it almost impossible for their daughters to even encounter the challenges they once had. I think that comes from a place of virtue and love, but can also rob a child of the experience of learning from their own mistakes. The scars obtained through the battles of childhood development into adulthood are badges of honor that can help us make wiser decisions throughout our lives. Jasmine and Luisa, I can see why both of your mothers are so proud of you, and even why they go to such lengths to instill values they feel so strongly about. You are worth it, and you are literally their second chance. You are their second chance to make themselves proud. Ultimately, it's your life, and I have a feeling that both of you will continue to make them proud just by being who you are. So I encourage you to keep living, loving, and laughing. Thank you for sharing the love you have for your mothers with us, especially this time of year when we take the time to remember and thank them for loving us the way only a mother can. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. Your viewership is important to the success of the channel, so if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, give it a thumbs up, and maybe leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out any of my other videos where I approach people in public and ask them intimate questions about their lives. Consider supporting the channel by clicking the link in the description below, where you can shop at my online apparel store, StylyLifeDesigns.com. You'll find t-shirts, hats, and hoodies with positive and uplifting themes to complement your lifestyle. When you shop, know that a portion of the proceeds from anything you buy will help contribute to the creation of more positive content just like this. Real people, real life, and real love. Until next time, I've been Kevin. with the Shared Heart experiment. Be good to each other. Thanks for watching.